Я за лаштунками створюю світи. Те, що я роблю, спробую уявити.
Привіт, YouTube, це Just on my YouTube channel. Я розповідаю свої публіки думки альтернативних музикантів. Юсифу світу, як відомих, так і маловідомих артистів. Я обіцяю вам, що ви не будете розчаровані їх зовсім. Приєднуйтесь до мого каналу, де ви приїздитесь. І відкривайте разом зі мною до новорічних артистів. It's going to be changing next week anyway. I'm going to put more different kind of words in there. I just want to be comfortable with what I'm saying. But as you know, it's going to be poor for a while. And like I said to you before, if you want to correct me, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram and record your audio. And say, Uncle Mama, you need to say it like a little bit like, and if there's a word that you would like me to say in Ukraine, then follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back, send me audio, and I'll say your name, and then I will say like, Vladimir taught me this particular word, and it means that. Shout out to Vladimir. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna start doing that. If you want to participate in you know, helping me learn Ukraine, that would be really good. I just made it up just now. Look, my next reaction of today to TVORCHI, amazing band. It really was. When they won the national award selected to represent Ukraine, I automatically sent them a message. And they were still in the bunker, and they sent me a message back. I was like, what? I mean, yes, we have sent messages to each other a number of times over the many years that I have reacted to them, as well as a number of Ukrainian artists. But I didn't expect to have a reply back so quickly, especially where I knew where they were. So that was just like amazing. And I can't wait for them to come over into Liverpool and to represent their country. It's going to be explosive. I'm going to do my best to get my ass down there over to Liverpool. About, say, 2.5 hour journey. And I have to book the hotels right now, or else it'll be fully booked around Liverpool. It really would around that time. So look, TVORCHI, Hidden Code. This song is a premiere song from a movie Code, which is scheduled to premiere in the spring. It's about a Superman of the IT industry who's behind the scenes are creating a new history of Ukrainian resistance to the enemy. So, okay, I get it. It's sort of like a IT world of James Bond, so to speak. Okay, I get that. I understand that. This is about, say, just under 3 minutes long. So I'm not going to press any pause or anything. I'm going to enjoy this. It seems to me that TVORCHI sings it mostly in English, and that's cool. I like that. I guess that's why they're so I was gonna say universal, but it's bigger than that. But I would like to hear some fusions at sometimes, because I know I know you can speak Ukrainian. If I can learn it, and you've been over there you went to college over there, for God's sake. So I know you can. But it's funny that when I see you, when I see your interviews, it's you say a couple of words in Ukrainian, then you go back to English. But I know you can speak Ukrainian, so I need to understand that, guys. Please let me understand that. Are you still trying? Because I find it really, really hard in certain aspects of learning Ukraine. But I said that I know that you went to college. I mean, you went to university there. So you know, I know you can speak the language. But so let me have a conversation about that. When I see, like I said, when I see yourselves on TV and anything else, yeah, I need to know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe I need to see a wider spectrum to understand it a little bit more. Because I've only looked at about, say, a couple of interviews, a couple of this, a couple of that, amongst your amazing amount of interviews that you have given. So maybe I need to look a little bit more before I even, it feels like I'm judging, that I'm judging. I'm not by no means, I'm really not. I'm just trying to picture. So, apologies for that. I'm going on way too much. I should have pressed the play button. Apologies. TVORCHI, you keep on doing this to me. So, without further ado, amazing group. You know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? Wow, I haven't seen those recording Walkman in ages. 80s Walkman.
Що там за дверима? Ніхто не розуміє глибини. Я за лаштунками створюю
Just what I was saying, look, he's singing about Ukraine.
Те, що я роблю, спробуй уяви. Це як диво, таємна допомога.
Brilliant.
Справжня сила, код їхньої перемоги.
I didn't think I was going to press pause. Everything that I said in the intro, I take back. Ah! This is amazing. The setup, they always give you a fabulous intro, no matter what. Their introduction into following them onto a journey within their music terms has always been gripping. There's nothing that you can take away from that. There's always been gripping. Whether it be in a small minimalist way, which creates a massive impact, or is straight down your throat that creates a massive impact. But their intros always does it for you. And their intros many times has shut my mouth up so many times. I love to be corrected, especially for the right reasons. And TVORCHI has always been the #1 artist that is constantly correcting me. Constantly correcting me. They do represent new age of Ukraine. And like it or not, they're here to stay. Like it or not, they are making their waves. Like it or not, they're leading the way in their terms of music for many more to follow behind them. Like it or not, they got the support of doing so. It's recorded. They won the selection and they're still going forward. Look, TVORCHI, 72.5 thousand views. This song's not been out, it's only been out, you know, not so long, and it's created almost 200,000 views. Right now, the only artist in Ukraine just putting those figures when they are reacting at this moment is Antitilla. Jerry might do it with her song with the collaboration. I just reacted to him the other day. What's the name? Ottoman. There you go, with Ottoman. That might reach with their new one, because it's just been uploaded today. I sent a message already. That's already got about 45,000, 40, 55K. But Noah's not reaching that 100K yet within those, or 200K. And I've reacted in this last month or so, and it's nothing to do with the music or whatever. You know, maybe it's certain circumstances where if there wasn't this particular, if they weren't in this particular era, it would reach its millions like as it was before. I haven't got an answer. I really haven't. I haven't. But what I'm saying is that they are certainly leading the way of the direction of where music term needs to go. I've had a number of conversations, and it seems to me it's split in half, where Ukrainians don't want to be known for folk songs anymore and that history, man. They want to be in that level of the modern era. You know, they don't want to be looked at and see, you know, that the 17th century clothing and embroidery. Yes, that is our historic value, which they take personally, and they know it, and everything else. But you know, this is a new era time. This is like, you know, to the 20th century, 21st century, and what I'm saying is that TVORCHI certainly represents that. And take your mind away from the traditional and cultural values of which you always will see, but there's another option for you to see. There's another angle for you to look at. You know, and they're going to stick that down your throats at the Eurovision Song Contest to wipe out that kind of, you know, that folky element to say, okay, Ukraine's much more than that. I'm going to go back just a little bit. I'm talking so much. TVORCHI's keeping doing that to me. They're just really, they keep on doing that to me. That's all I can say. I'm going to go back to about say here. Apologies, man. TVORCHI. To about say here.
Don't tell nobody. Gotta keep it secret. Hold on to it for me. Do it for me. Don't wanna do this by myself. Do this by myself. Whoa. It's a hidden goal. It's a hidden goal.
Where are they now? Location.
Behind the curtains, pulling the strings. I see you coming. I see you leave. You keep running, but I believe you left something behind for me. I can't find you. You keep running. You can't run forever. I can't let you in. You know that you can stop whenever. I can show you what you're missing.
Come on.
Secrets must be kept in hiding. Don't tell nobody. Gotta keep it secret. Yeah. Hold on to it for me. Do it for me.
Don't tell
Do this by
nobody.
myself. Do this by myself. Whoa. It's a hidden goal. It's a hidden goal.
I like it because I'll explain after. Don't tell nobody. Mash up the man like that. It's got this kind of Terminator, Armageddon kind of apocalypse, what you do feeling. Can't wait to watch the film actually. TVORCHI, Hidden Code. Jimoh Andrii, sorry, Jimoh. I say Jim. Is it alright, Jim? Jimmy? You have, for as long as I have reacted to you guys, you have got the high-end value entertainment all the time. And anytime when I ask that kind of question, that for me is that it made, the way how I present it may seem like, ooh, a big factor. Straight away, as soon as I press the play button, you answer my question straight away. You always have done. Not even waiting for the subscribers. You answer it within your music. And when you think about it, that is kind of like the schematics that I always see within you guys in your music terms, that you have a strong message. And sometimes you're before the time. I don't know how you do it. Sometimes you're before the time, which means that you create a song that, you know, in 2 weeks' time, it will reflect upon so many people that you've answered that question in there. You know, for instance, the Eurovision Song Contest, the National Awards, everybody had their own interpretations of how they want to present themselves in the National Awards. And they all had something to say. You're the only ones that had those lyrical words. You know, you had the concept, and you wanted to grab that concept and drag it down the throats. Everybody else wanted to be subtle, and you don't have this subtle approach. If you're happy, you're not subtle about being happy. You make everybody know that you're happy. If you're sad, you haven't got a subtle way of being sad. You want everybody to know that you're sad. As in terms of the music, the videos and everything else. It's a very strong but simple format. Because you don't go, you know, it's not over and above, it's not flamboyant. You know, just as you see that it's a massive room. But the art deco in that room and then you're standing in the green there, and Andrii's standing there with the mixers, you create sort of like an art picture. Like if someone took a snapshot, that will be easily a record. And you've got these positions. That was it a mahogany gold or mahogany wooden thing? That was a crazy good, that art deco, retro art deco that you're surrounding yourself in when you're doing this music. Brilliant. Amazing. And you've got this, listen, you've got this ability to, if the stage that you was on was a mile long, you have a way of standing still and using the whole room. And I don't know how you do it. That's what I'm trying to explain here. You've got a brilliant way of using your space to the best way. Even if it's like you're turning that side or you're just turning that side, it has a massive impact. Especially when Jimoh might say something like, you know, da na 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 na. You know, the beginning bit, the intros. And like anything that you do for the intro, it's just like you do that stance in there. Jim's like that, and you go na 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 na. You know, na 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 na. You could be saying anything, but you just got this way of doing it, and this na 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 na. Then Andrii will come and and it's like, then the whole thing just opens up, and it's like, yeah, I get it. It's amazing. I love it. Apologies for like, I'm not taking, I'm not trying to imitate yourself. It's a poor attempt. But I'm saying that I thoroughly enjoy your traveling and your journey and the way how you want us, the way how you interpret your songs and your delivery. I love it. For that reason, I salute you. Boom!